As the years pass, we often notice subtle changes in the way our bodies respond to the world around us. Energy levels may begin to wane, recovery from illness or injury may take longer, and even foods and drinks that once seemed harmless can begin to take a toll on our health. Imagine for a moment a clear glass of water. It appears pure and refreshing, yet beneath its surface may lurk invisible threats that, over time, quietly undermine well-being. The choices we make every day regarding what we consume are far more significant than many realize, especially after the age of 50. This is the stage of life when the body's systems naturally slow down, metabolism changes, and the ability to process toxins diminishes. What once could be handled without consequence may now lead to long-term complications, chronic illnesses, and accelerated aging. The journey toward optimal health in later years begins with awareness. While it is natural to focus on visible changes such as wrinkles or gray hair, it is the unseen processes within the body that often determine how gracefully one ages. At the heart of this conversation lies the understanding that certain foods and drinks can actively speed up the aging process, impair organ function, and increase the risk of serious conditions like heart disease, diabetes, dementia, and cancer. This is not a matter of fear, but of empowerment. By understanding what to avoid and why, it becomes possible to make informed choices that protect vitality and extend not just lifespan, but healthspan, the number of years lived in good health. Consider, for instance, something as simple and essential as water. Most of us take for granted that the water flowing from our taps is safe. Yet research has revealed that in many places, water contains so-called forever chemicals, such as perfluoroactanoic acid. These substances are used in products like nonstick cookware, certain cosmetics, and even cleaning supplies. Once they enter the environment, they persist for hundreds, if not thousands, of years, resisting breakdown. When consumed through drinking water, they accumulate in the body, particularly in the liver, kidneys, and brain. Over time, this exposure has been linked to a higher risk of cancers, liver disease, kidney dysfunction, and cognitive decline. For someone over 50, whose natural detoxification systems are already slowing, this is especially concerning. The liver, which plays a central role in filtering toxins, becomes less efficient with age, and the kidneys may no longer flush out harmful substances as effectively. As a result, what might have been a minor exposure in youth can become a significant health burden later in life. To compound the issue, plastics have become nearly unavoidable in modern life. Tiny particles known as microplastics are now present in water supplies worldwide. These particles are easily absorbed into the bloodstream and tend to accumulate in sensitive tissues, including the brain. Once there, they promote inflammation, which has been strongly associated with cognitive disorders such as dementia and Alzheimer's disease. The solution is not to stop drinking water, but to take proactive steps. Investing in a high-quality water filtration system that is specifically designed to remove forever chemicals and microplastics is an important measure. Such filters not only protect personal health but also safeguard the well-being of loved ones and future generations. Moving from water to food, another key factor to consider is the nutrient zinc. Zinc is often underestimated, yet it plays a vital role in numerous bodily functions, particularly as we age. It supports the production of testosterone, a hormone that declines steadily after midlife in both men and women. While testosterone is commonly associated with libido, its influence extends far beyond that. It helps maintain muscle mass, bone density, and energy levels, and it supports the thymus gland, which is essential for immune function. Zinc is also critical for the production of hydrochloric acid in the stomach, which aids digestion and helps kill harmful microbes. Unfortunately, as people grow older, their levels of hydrochloric acid naturally decrease, making them more susceptible to infections, indigestion, and nutrient malabsorption. Certain foods actively deplete the body of zinc, creating a double challenge. Refined carbohydrates are among the worst offenders. These include foods made from white flour, refined starches, maltodextrin, and similar ingredients. When consumed regularly, they reduce zinc levels while simultaneously spiking blood sugar. This combination accelerates the aging process in multiple ways. Elevated blood sugar levels lead to a phenomenon known as glycation, in which sugar molecules bind to proteins in the body, creating sticky compounds called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These AGEs damage tissues and organs, particularly the eyes, skin, and cardiovascular system. They are directly linked to the development of cataracts, wrinkles, sagging skin, hardened arteries, and reduced elasticity in muscles and tendons. It is the reason why many people over 50 notice that they no longer move with the same spring in their step or recover as quickly after exercise. The problem is not limited to obvious sources of sugar like candy and desserts. Many savory foods, especially those served in restaurants, contain hidden sugars. Barbecue sauces, marinades, and glazes often include large amounts of sugar, which, when combined with heat during cooking, create an especially harmful form of AGEs. Deep-fried foods present a similar danger, especially when they combine sugar and fat, such as in donuts or fried pastries. Even seemingly innocent French fries can contribute to this process, as the high heat of frying creates compounds that strain the body's repair mechanisms. Over time, this continual assault not only ages the skin, but also affects cognitive function and mood. Hardened, inflexible arteries caused by glycation increase the risk of heart attacks and strokes, while sticky proteins in the brain impair signaling pathways essential for memory and mental clarity. Another category of foods to approach with caution is industrial seed oils. These include oils such as soybean, corn, canola, and sunflower oil, which are common in packaged snacks, fast foods, and many processed products. While these oils are often marketed as heart-healthy, their processing methods create unstable fats that easily become rancid. Once consumed, they are incorporated into the cell membranes throughout the body, including those in the brain and nervous system. This can lead to chronic inflammation, disrupting communication between cells and impairing cognitive function. What makes seed oils especially problematic is their persistence. Even if one stops consuming them, it can take up to a year and a half for these harmful fats to be fully replaced by healthier ones. For individuals over 50, who may already be battling inflammation from other sources, seed oils represent a serious threat to long-term health. A better choice is to cook with stable, natural fats such as butter, ghee, olive oil, or animal fats like lard and tallow. Incorporating sources of omega-3 fatty acids, such as fish oil, can help repair cellular damage and support brain health. Refined soy products deserve a special mention. While whole soy in the form of edamame or tempeh can be part of a balanced diet, highly processed soy protein isolates, often found in protein bars and vegetarian meat substitutes, pose hidden risks. These isolates are created using chemical solvents, including hexane, which may leave residues in the final product. Beyond potential contamination, the refining process strips away many of the natural nutrients, leaving behind a substance that is difficult for the body to process. Individuals who rely heavily on these products may notice negative changes over time, such as brittle hair, dry skin, or digestive discomfort. In some cases, excessive consumption has been linked to liver and gallbladder issues. Avoiding these overly refined soy products is a prudent step, especially for those seeking to preserve vitality and appearance as they age. Low-fat diets, once widely promoted as the key to health, have also come under scrutiny. As people age, their need for certain fat-soluble vitamins becomes even more pronounced. One such nutrient is vitamin K2, which plays a crucial role in directing calcium to the right places. Without sufficient K2, calcium may accumulate in arteries, leading to hardening and increased cardiovascular risk, while leaving bones and joints vulnerable to weakness and stiffness. Low-fat diets inadvertently deprive the body of this vital nutrient, creating a paradox where individuals may be consuming plenty of calcium, yet still suffer from brittle bones and joint pain. Foods rich in K2, such as fatty cheeses, grass-fed butter, and certain organ meats, should not be feared but embraced in moderation. For those with significant stiffness or signs of arterial calcification, supplementation with a high-quality form of K2 may be beneficial, though it is always wise to consult a healthcare provider before beginning any new regimen. Sleep is another area where dietary choices play a powerful role. Many people notice that their sleep becomes lighter and more fragmented as they age. Magnesium, a mineral involved in over 300 bodily processes, is critical for promoting deep, restorative sleep. Unfortunately, modern diets often fall short in magnesium content, and stress further depletes reserves. Foods such as leafy greens, nuts, and seeds provide some magnesium, but supplementation may be necessary to reach optimal levels. Magnesium glycinate, particularly in powdered form, is easily absorbed and can be taken an hour before bedtime to support relaxation and uninterrupted rest. Poor sleep not only leaves one feeling tired, but also accelerates aging by disrupting hormonal balance, impairing immune function, and increasing the risk of chronic disease. In addition to magnesium, the balance of electrolytes such as potassium and sodium becomes increasingly important with age. While conventional wisdom often emphasizes salt restriction, this approach can be overly simplistic. Sodium is essential for producing hydrochloric acid in the stomach, which aids digestion and nutrient absorption. Instead of drastically cutting salt, a more effective strategy is to focus on increasing potassium intake. Potassium counterbalances sodium, helping to maintain healthy blood pressure and supporting muscle and nerve function. Most adults need around 4,700 milligrams of potassium daily, yet many consume far less. Foods like leafy greens, avocados, bananas, and sweet potatoes are excellent sources. Choosing high-quality salts such as Himalayan or sea salt further enhances mineral intake, while avoiding the additives found in regular table salt. Silica, though often overlooked, is another mineral with profound implications for aging gracefully. It contributes to the strength and elasticity of connective tissues, including skin, hair, nails, and bones. Deficiency in silica can lead to brittle nails, thinning hair, and sagging skin, as well as weakened bones, prone to fractures. Bamboo shoots, certain herbs like horsetail, and natural spring water are good dietary sources. Supplements are also available for those who need additional support. By maintaining adequate silica levels, it is possible to preserve not only physical appearance but also functional resilience, reducing the risk of falls and injuries. Bringing these concepts together, it becomes clear that the path to healthy aging involves more than simply avoiding obvious junk food. It requires a comprehensive approach that considers how different substances interact within the body, how aging changes those interactions, and how to adapt accordingly. Avoiding contaminated water, refined carbohydrates, excessive sugars, industrial seed oils, refined soy products, and low-fat restrictions is only the beginning. Equally important is actively seeking out nutrients that support the body's natural defenses, such as zinc, magnesium, potassium, vitamin K2, and silica. The reward for these efforts is not merely the absence of disease but the presence of vitality. Imagine reaching your 60s, 70s, or even 80s with a sharp mind, strong muscles, flexible joints, and a resilient immune system. This vision is attainable for those willing to make mindful choices today. The foods and drinks that we consume are not just fuel. They are information that tells our bodies how to function. By choosing wisely, we can send the right messages, encouraging repair, regeneration, and balance. The stakes are high, but so are the potential rewards. Every sip of filtered water, every meal free of harmful additives, and every nutrient-rich food consumed is an investment in future well-being. The cumulative effect of these daily decisions shapes not only how long we live, but how fully we experience life along the way. For those over 50, the journey may require unlearning old habits and embracing new knowledge, but it is a journey worth taking. By respecting the body's evolving needs and avoiding substances that hasten decline, it is possible to transform the later decades into a time of vitality, clarity, and joy. In doing so, we not only extend our years but enrich them, leaving a legacy of health and wisdom for generations to come.